What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Boo Bros. We are joined by a great panel of this evening, and it's audio only today just because I wanted to get this podcast out as fast as possible for you all. So, Tony from the Knights of Horror, Rob from the Howling Hour, Connor from ConnerFL, and Chris from Zombie Chris.
ConnerFL? Like, what is the NFL, bro? ConnerFL is better.
Ooh, the Connor Football League?
What happens if you move out of Florida?
Yeah,
Connor CA.
I
yeah,
guess
Connor
CA has SoCalExploring. You know, that's Connor's
Connor
a little bit
AZ.
more universal.
Connor
You know,
AZ.
I guess I just never I never thought that far ahead, but that's a bridge I'd have to cross if I ever got to it. But
It's safe to
Connor
say. I mean,
DC.
you're going to be in Florida for quite some time.
yeah,
now.
and I'll be honest, I don't really want to leave Florida. Like,
Hey,
I want to
listen,
travel.
I'm
and
gonna
see
move
other
to Florida
parts.
soon, and then I'll convince Tony to move, and I'll convince Rob to move.
I ain't moving to Florida. I love California. I'm sorry. I'll go visit all you guys want. But
You're the 1%, Tony.
I love California. I do. You have the city of Los Angeles. So much historical bands, movies
So
were filmed there.
Tony is just like the Tupac zone to live and die in LA.
California love.
He's born in the same city. He's gonna die in the same city.
Oh yeah, dude. I love California. There's so many great haunts. The Not Scary Farm, dude. The haunt that started it all is here. You know. So
Yeah, I mean the way I see it with Florida is like, oh, by the way, for those listening, we literally just started up the show, and Eddy is about to be
Eddie-
Eddy as
Eddie's-
well.
a new
We're about to
challenger
be
has
Eddie's gonna start
Eddie-
talking.
But the
now.
audio's
Challenger has
connecting.
arrived.
So
Any second. I wonder
Eddie-
if he's with Michael because they're together on a date today. So we'll see.
Wow.
now it's
How
even. Now
romantic.
we got 3 West Coast and 3 East
Yeah,
Coast. so.
you're right. You're
Yes.
right. You're right. You're right. And on my screen right now, on the Zoom screen, it has us 3 West Coasters at the top. So
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
By the way, this
On
podcast
mine,
is
it's
not
me,
sponsored by Wayne Industries, but if it was, you know.
you guys, we're
man.
sorry
Also,
that we're
they-
taking so long to get to the T, but we're waiting for Eddie to connect here. Can you hear us?
Is that Robert Kardashian right there?
Jesus Christ, that's loud. as hell.
Jesus. Hey, where's Michael at? Where's Michael at?
Coming in hot.
Michael's getting on. Hold on, my mic's too loud. Okay, hold up. I'll fix
Might
it.
be connected to the audio from your computer.
Wait,
so
Michael's
like,
actually
anyone
getting
who's
on?
wearing earphones listening
Yeah,
to this
he said
podcast,
Mike's
I
getting on.
apologize.
Hey guys, I'm gonna make a suggestion. We should probably just start this over.
No, I like this. This is the icebreaker. Let's kick into it, guys.
It's the pre-roll.
We have a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of HHN to talk about, and I feel like we should talk about the most fresh thing that just got announced, which is, of course, Icons Captured, the hella famous back. And I'll leave it off to Chris to lead this one off on his thoughts on Icons Captured at Universal Orlando HHN 30.
Take it away, Chris.
So as a young boy going to Halloween Horror Nights, my first year was HHN 13. Eddie has me beat on that one, but HHN 13 was the director. And I remember seeing those commercials, not knowing what Halloween Horror Nights was at the time, but I just kept seeing those commercials. And it just scared the hell out of me. I had to see what this was. So this is the icing on the cake for this event this year. Having all the icons, one house, well, minus one, obviously, but all of them together, it doesn't get any better than this for this year.
And for those of you guys listening, just audio, well, you are all listening to audio only, but Michael has just joined the call. So if you randomly hear another voice, that's who it is. Connor, what's your take on Icons Captured right off the bat?
Yeah, pretty similarly to Chris. I didn't go to the event until 27. So this will actually be my first experience getting to finally see the icons in person. But my first like exposure to the event when I started following it every year was in 2007. And that was a commercial with Jack and not the other icons. It was Freddy and Leatherface and Jason that year. But, that was my first exposure to Jack the Clown, which in turn exposed me to the other icons as time went on. And this is definitely my most anticipated house, I will say, in terms of what's already been announced. And even with the stuff that's rumored, this will still be my number one most anticipated. I'm so hyped to see all these icons in their element. And I'm super intrigued by, and we might get into this a little later, but the little blog post that said that there's going to be like a different icon reigning supreme every time. I'm really interested in that.
I love how Orlando is doing that because Freddy versus Jason was so cool to see that. And obviously it was, even though we saw a clear winner every time, there was still the other villain getting up and like with their head chopped off and scaring us.
So With them changing up who is the person who like basically rules every single night, I want it to be caretaker every single fucking night. That's what I think about it.
Nah. Director every single night.
Storyteller, come on.
Jack.
Whoa.
Stop it.
Jack, bro. Jack is the man.
No,
bro.
Jack is always the man.
I want the director to choke me with his clapboard.
It just
Whoa.
needs to be Cindy, and she needs like a high chair.
Interesting.
The
My
thoughts
goal-
of Mike are not associated with Boo Bros.
Yo,
My
scroll
goal-
that up, on the bottom, Chris.
Hey, you already know that I need it to be Chance every time.
Bro.
My goal is to see every
with that.
variation before the event ends.
Yeah,
I
like
might only get to see
Ooh,
like one or
that's a good
two,
one.
so I better.
yeah,
I hope
I
Jack
want to
wins.
try to do like see as much. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do reruns of the house. I'm just gonna do it like, okay, I'm gonna do it this hour. I'm gonna do it in 2 hours from now. So I'm for sure gonna get a guaranteed different one.
That's actually telling me that I should buy the Unlimited Express then, though.
There's
So I
no
just keep-
Unlimited Express in Orlando because they're lame.
Bro.
So
sucks,
the
bro. I haven't even
the
been
honest
there
truth is, I'm with Connor. I would like to see them all. Unfortunately, I'm only there for 2 nights because opening weekend is only 2 nights. So I'm hoping that within those 2 nights, I see, if I get to choose, I would choose to see Jack and the caretaker.
Honestly, that would probably be my top 2 priority as well if I had to pick. But
Do-
again, I want to see them all.
Do
I'm
we
really
think they're going to rotate it by the cast or by the night?
I think it'll be cast.
Yeah.
What if we get a surprise ending? This is just a fan theory, but what if we get a surprise ending where it's Eddy?
Ooh.
Ooh. I
That
hope he
might-
at least makes an appearance.
That would be cool for like at least one night of the event, and you don't know what night
Whatever
it
appearance
is.
you guys want.
And it's
Oh, I see what you did there.
because Eddy, man. I mean, we need more Eddy at the event. I think.
I'm telling you, if we have an Eddy zone, we got to call it Eddytainment the zone.
Yes. We got to do a new speculation map with the Eddytation zone.
Oh, I see Michael's trying to say something. What are you saying, Michael?
No, I was gonna say I was gonna bring up about the whole. Do we think it's gonna be ending per night or ending per cast? And I honestly, I think if we're gonna have a different, is it gonna be a different ending with the same scene or a different scene entirely?
Well, because they say that it's still gonna have all the icons coming out at like during that scene. So is it
Yeah.
just gonna be like a mass scare, and then they just
What if
get
it's
to,
like?
like
What if it's
I
like
think-
one room where they fight, and then the last room, their final scare room, is going to be the person who ended up winning?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like the last room is going to be one of them sitting on like a throne. And then the other ones that
Yeah.
aren't on the throne are kind of like popping out and scaring you from other directions.
Yeah, that would be a
one
bitchin'
thing that
ending.
makes me excited about that is it's just like overwhelming, but in a good way, because you have
Mhm.
what's the count, like 13 icons all coming at you, and it's
Yeah,
like
so many.
Jesus Christ, like how that many characters. Usually, like big finale scenes like that is like 4 or 5, but 13.
What about
It'd be
this kind of
relentless.
scare then? What about like still all 13 in there? The spotlight once you walk in is focused on the winner, and then like as you're walking out, one big massive scare where they all just come at you at the same time. That way it's not boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean?
What if? Hear me out. They're on a stage, right? The stage then falls, right? Don't know where I'm going with this.
I didn't know
All
where you
right.
were going with it either. I was like, that sounds like someone's gonna
We
get
all
hurt.
die.
What if? No,
I believed in you.
through all the other icons, the only true ruler of all time is the Rat Lady.
What?
The
Rat
rat lady.
Oh,
She's not even mentioned at all.
Okay, but yeah, I guess this can transition into our next topic. But like, what are they ditching the fear storyline?
Uh,
No,
Well,
no,
I
because
don't-
you're talking about icons captured.
Yeah.
That kind of leads into the fear storyline.
I know, but like, why is he not one of the main icons on the poster or in the trailer? Like, I just don't get it.
Maybe it's gonna be a secret thing where you
He's
gotta
in
just
the
go to event
trailer.
and find out.
I know, but it's like, you'd think that you'd want him in the front, not Jack. You want fear in the front.
Well, I
Mm.
personally think more people. I think Jack's got the biggest popularity just because of his character.
Jack
And-
brings money.
Yeah, Jack does. Like if they really want a year to succeed a lot, like this year, because they missed out on a lot for last year. You bring in an icon that you know everyone's going to come to go see, especially everyone that's local around there.
and I will say also, I believe it may have been Mike Aiello or someone said it on like Twitter, not to think of this year as like, I mean, let's face it, like the canon of HHN is pretty all over the place as it
Yeah.
is. but
Is it worse than the X-Men franchise though?
probably a little bit.
Probably.
I don't know,
Um,
man.
But he said to kind of look at it more of like a greatest hits compilation thing as opposed to like an actual canonical thing. So I think Fear, I think they're
Fear
just kind of
sets it up.
I think it's kind of just the setup for like the setting, how they're all in Fear's Lantern, and that
Because-
explains why there's so many different settings within.
Yeah.
Because technically it's not connected to the storyline of 25 and 26 because 25 was Jack, and then
It was Jack,
he got
Cindy, and who
he
else?
got I
Caretaker?
guess locked up, and then Chance over, I guess she took over for the event for 26, but then there's nothing to explain whatever happened.
Well, I think that
Well-
goes back to what Connor is saying about the whole greatest hits idea, because there's just no really backstory.
Well,
It's just
hold on,
essentially-
hold on. You guys didn't even let Rob talk. What are his thoughts on it?
No, you guys are all good. I don't really have any thoughts because I'm not gonna go. I'm only gonna watch. I mean, just to watch.
Oh,
all
okay,
the-
then I'll ask you this, Rob.
Go,
because
what's up?
It's my fault for skipping over you because I
No, it's okay. No worries.
No. Here, let me ask you this. Would you ever want to see icons captured in Hollywood?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would, because I don't think we have anything really like that, and it's something
Waterworld
that.
Q, here we come.
Waterworld, oh, come on, bro.
Nah, that
Persian
You
courtyard.
gave it the fucking smallest location for a maze.
Okay, think of it.
size?
Think of it. And sorry to cut you off, Rob, but like,
No,
okay,
no worries.
They did Hollywood Holidays in Hell last year in Persian, or the year before, and they had tons of different characters. That would be perfect for an icon.
Yeah, let's do Parisian Courtyard then. I like that.
Yeah, it's a bigger spot. And I also think I would say I'm more, I don't follow the icons as much because it's over there on the East Coast and I've never been. I've only watched videos, and I stick more kind of to the West Coast. But I think to bring something like that over here, you would need, I guess, to lay some groundwork for your average fan who doesn't know about that stuff, because typically here in Hollywood, we're used to the big names, Michael, Freddie, Jason, all those guys. So to bring in, these icons that maybe over here on the West Coast, they really don't know too much about, I think you would need to start off kind of small, maybe one or two, and kind of build on their, their story before you give us something as big as the icons captured maze.
Well, I think to add to that, though, too, in a way, and I know this is kind of a shared thing for both parks, but I would say with and this is how I'm looking at it right now, because it's just been with Universal since the fucking start, which is the Universal Monsters. I think that in a way, those are kind of Hollywood's icons at this point, because, obviously that's a global franchise that's, been around since the freaking 30s, and everyone knows who these monsters are, but I think what makes it special for Hollywood is that on our event, it's a little bit, we actually have an ongoing story with all the mazes that have been there so far. Whereas Orlando, they have their story going, but a lot of their stuff is more scenic and more beautiful to look at, rather than, they're kind of immortalizing the Universal monsters in their own way, while we're kind of telling a story out here in our own way. You know what I mean?
I have to contest that, because the Bride of Frankenstein Lives picks up at the end of the 2019 Universal Monsters maze here.
Well, that's
like
what I'm saying, is like there is story and stuff, but like your story and our story are two different things. You know what I mean? Like we're telling.
Well, it's different,
yeah. I mean, you guys have, that's what I'm saying. You guys have your adaptation of it. We have ours. And ours tells a more kind of a different story with like music and everything. But, lately you're starting to see a trend every year since 2018 when we first got them, that it's looking like the Universal monsters are here to stay, because you can do so many different things with so many different monsters. So
we interrupt this episode of the Boo Bros podcast for a quick commercial break. Have you ever been looking for a place to get all your haunt news right away as soon as it's announced? Well, then I don't know why you haven't checked out the Boo Bros Instagram or Twitter account, because you'll never miss a single piece of haunt information if you're following those two accounts. And if you're a fan of the channel and you want to take it a step further in supporting us as Boo Bros, then make sure that you check out our Boo Bros merchandise shop. But on that Boo Bros merchandise shop, we have tons of different t-shirts for you guys to rip. And we have the Boo Bros logo with each of our own individual logos on the back. So if you have a favorite Boo Bro, whether that be Zombie Chris, myself, SoCalExploring, Eddytainment, Connor, Adrian, and much, much more, we have specific individual merch for you guys to enjoy on there. So click the link down below in the description to get your very own piece of Boo Bros merchandise. But I've kept you guys waiting for too long, so enjoy the rest of the episode. So anyways, before Tony and Connor start choking each other over this, we're transitioning to the scare zone. I want to talk about the icon scare zone, the rumored icon scare zone, because I mean, clearly there's plenty of proof that that's going to be icons in the Plaza of the Stars location. But it's also pretty obvious that it's just going to be a generic icon zone. Like there's no stages set up, right?
No.
Like any multiple stages.
There's like kind of like this thing. It looks like a ruined building that looks like there might be a little platform in there that they could stand on, maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is.
There's not as many stages as like the CryptTV area in San Francisco.
I have a thought on this whole entire zone. Although it has the icons and everything strewn about it, that ruined building does give me the idea that maybe we will have just your normal, like, overarching theme of the event of like different characters over there. Because that building could have the bride on it. Could easily have the bride.
Yeah.
You're right.
And they do
castle.
Traditionally over the last few years, that area is usually used to kind of set the tone,
like the summary of the event.
Yeah, like even when you look at the Harvest, like the Harvest didn't have the characters, but it had like signs with all the IPs in the zone. So yes. I feel like it's always kind of the tone setter.
Yeah, you might have those like icon pictures on the sides, but they might not actually be in the zone because you have the other overarching like theme of the whole event.
What about you, Chris?
I like the idea of having multiple characters, but then they have the icons splashed all over the zone. So kind of I'm just going to stick with the icons maybe being there.
I think it's interesting that they didn't want to do like an own icon zone, like, because obviously that's arguably the smallest location. So I don't know. I find that weird. But then again, they're doing a full icons house. So
because I'm thinking the icons are going to be like, they're going to switch out and they're going to be on the stage for guests to get photos with them, because otherwise, like, how are you going to have a photo op with some of the icons?
Yeah, that location, like you said, is often kind of problematic with the size. But I just think the reason that it's there is, again, it just comes back to the whole tone setter thing. Like that's really going to be like that zone is really going to give you a really good idea of what you're walking into. So it kind of makes sense in that regard, but I would not have been angry to see it in like Hollywood or something. Not going to lie.
One thing that some of you guys hate me for, and but Tony and Rob can kind of back me on this, is the CryptTV scare zone. Also unannounced, but Universal decided to give it away by putting their logo on a very visible set. Guys, Orlando peeps, what's your take on CryptTV? And then Tony, I want to know what you think of the Terror Channel this year, because I know you guys are gonna hate it, and No,
I don't hate it. I just know nothing about it.
Yeah.
That means binge watch then, buddy. Because
they're not hard to
that
binge
goddamn
watch.
Channel.
That's going to be the number one thing.
You and Tony need to do a watch party of CryptTV.
I'm down, dude. If you ever want to do a live stream on Boo Bros, let's do it.
I'm down as well. I definitely will be watching it because that's a thing that I do before the event. But it being announced, I just have no idea. Well, it being speculated.
Hey, that's why I get prepared for it.
I can kind of give you guys some insight on CryptTV.
So technically a speculative.
And since the start.
Like Scary's not announced.
And Mr. Zaragoza, here we go.
So obviously you guys know the background. I don't know if you guys know the background of CryptTV real quick, but it was a YouTube channel started by Eli Roth. He wanted to bring a bunch of creators of just like monsters and short horror films and stuff and put them all on a platform where people can watch and get opportunities to get their work out there. So over the years, in the beginning, they were just doing short horror films and whatnot. It was nothing that tied in or anything. It was just kind of their own short masterpieces that they brought together and stuff, which a lot of them were really good. A lot of people were talented. They started building characters. They have these different characters, and each one of them tie into a big monster universe. So I'm assuming a lot of the things you'll see in that scare zone are going to be a lot of the main focus characters. And if that's the case, well, like they have playlists of all their stuff. One of them is Look See. He's a like a killer that takes people's eyeballs away and pretty much, pretty much kills them that way in a way. They have some other cool ones, but when it comes time to doing it, they have playlists of when you see what icons from CryptTV are going to be there. Just go on the playlist and binge watch to see who you're looking at, and you'll have a better idea when you go to the event.
If I could just jump in with some thoughts on the zone, I'm 100% with Eddy. I have pretty much no knowledge about CryptTV, but I will say when I looked up like images from it and saw some of the creature design, I was like, I can immediately see the potential. And I will say that I watched my first CryptTV video yesterday, and I have a thread that I have like saved that I can look at, and I'm going to look through all of them eventually. But the one I watched was InstaWolf, and I'm pretty sure I've seen the peak already. I don't see how it's getting better than InstaWolf. I don't know if you guys have seen that one, but it's pretty good.
I mean, like I said in my video when I was talking about this, is like literally just watch the top rated ones and you'll get a good idea of how this can fit at a horror event. But I know Zombie Chris hasn't done that because he's stubborn.
No, but I'm with Connor. Imagery wise, I could see how this works. I just don't have any knowledge as far as what the actual like episodes have been like to give you any feedback. But imagery wise, I could see how this definitely could be a really cool zone.
Now, if they're doing scare zones now off of YouTube channels, I would like to throw our hat in the ring for future years. Boo Bros design a zone, Boo Bros design a house. Get in touch with us and we'll do it for free.
Yeah. Or just switch that.
We'll literally do it for free.
Switch that Eddy zone. And that's an easy one. Eddytainment.
I want this guy in, and you guys can't see it because it's audio, but it's the Fiend skull from the Misfits, and then Rob obviously with the werewolf. So.
Yeah, Rob's holding up a werewolf mask.
You just got to bring out freaking Batman, Rob, and people will freaking be like scared as hell.
What frequent fear passes are you guys getting? Because Hollywood still doesn't have theirs, so it doesn't matter.
Frequent
Hollywood
fear
doesn't do that.
Rush of Fear probably for me.
Plus pass.
Michael says that so confidently.
What do you mean? I already bought it.
Oh yeah, that's with the Express, right?
I say it confident because I've already purchased it. The $200 is gone.
It is gone. It did cost $200. I got
Bill Davis already cashed a check.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I got Frequent Fear Plus, no Express. It costs $200. But the way I see it is like as long as I go 3 nights, it pays for itself. So it's still a pretty good deal.
4 nights while I'm there. So
yeah, there you go. It's perfect. So yeah, I will say that when I went and bought it, I really didn't even hesitate. So it's all good.
Chris?
Well, I went for the gold status, the ultimate.
Why not diamond?
No, I'm joking. I think I'm doing Frequent Fear Plus.
Hey,
Maybe Express.
Chris, you gotta be original.
names
Do
will
the
plus
ultimate
them.
with Express. $729. Come on, man.
Yeah,
only
Disney
person
Plus,
that's
Discovery
doing that
Plus,
is
AMC Plus,
possibly
freaking Fear
Lodge.
Pass Plus. All these freaking plus words, man.
Yeah, the only person doing ultimate is Lash, I believe.
Because he's the ultimate
Yeah.
fan.
Well, because he actually goes like 30 nights.
Yeah, I know I got Frequent Fear Plus in 2019 as well, and I ended up going 16 nights. And I don't know if I'm gonna go 16 nights this time, but that would work out to like $12 a night for me still.
Wow.
So-
When you
I
say it
just
like
wish that we
that,
could buy.
Yeah, it's pretty
you
good
sound like a
deal.
salesman.
It's a
Connor.
great
Yeah.
sales pitch.
I know
right there.
when we were talking about it in the group chat, Connor was like, man, this is the way I see it. Like, all right, Connor, calm down. Everyone's gonna buy it.
Yeah, I like to analyze things. I don't know.
He likes to set it up, and you should go into the Eddy field of things, budgeting and whatnot.
Oh, maybe. You never know.
You can be edutained in finance.
He's welcome.
Yeah, he'll get you a job.
Now, quick question for everybody here. Because I've been seeing a lot of folks say they're buying Express, and then a lot of folks are on the fence about doing like a pass with Express. I know Connor, you said like you don't believe in, I guess, having Express only because you're going to do Stay and Scream. So,
Well, only because I'm gonna go a bunch of nights. It totally makes sense if you're only there a couple nights. But I think if you're gonna be able to, if you're like local and you can go the whole run, like my version of Express is Stay and Scream or showing up for the last couple hours.
Hey man, I'm just really happy that they added that $30 option because I was only going to buy one ticket for like the day admission. So obviously then I'd be able to get in, right? I can add that onto my day ticket or whatever.
Yeah, that Scream early deal is so nice.
Wait,
sure.
so since I'm going to buy a ticket to normal day of and HHN, can I just already stay in there? Or
Yeah, you don't. You only need.
I just had to add it to the one that
Yeah.
I don't need. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you only need
it
Scream
works.
early.
It
if
works
you don't.
basically like a separate ticket. Like you could just go into the park at that, I think, was it 3:00?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 to
Because
5.
I brought it last year, or the not last year, but the previous year I had brought for one day to use it.
Cool. Yeah,
It's
because obviously I'm going the 2 days again, but I'm only doing one Universal day, which I just want to make sure I don't have to add a Scream early to that since I already have a Universal ticket. And I just had to add it to the next one.
Now, if you have a ticket, you're good for that day. If you're doing
As long as I have a HHN ticket and a regular day ticket. We've covered right now for HHN Orlando. Us Californians need something to talk about because Scary Farm has announced some crazy shit. The scare zones, which we haven't discussed, and the shows. There's so many damn shows. But first of all, I just want to say rest in peace. Can we just take 10 seconds to say rest in peace to the hanging? Ready? I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Rest in peace, baby. I love you. 3. All right, and we're back. So what's your Tony and Rob? What's your opinion on the shows for Scary Farm?
All right, Rob.
Okay, so I'm excited for everything, but Puppet Up's coming back. I love that show. I'm gonna do my naked puppets, man. I'm gonna do my best. If they bring people from the audience, I'm gonna do my best to make myself stand out the most.
Rob's gonna be there screaming.
So pull me up on stage so I can do my best to entertain everyone there. And also I was a huge fan of the Blood Drums, and they got this other thing. What was it, like Wicked Drums or something like that?
Yeah, Carnival show too.
Yes. So I'm hoping, being a drummer myself, I'm hoping that it's a similar percussion show, and that's what caught my eye.
I'm pretty sure with the description of that Blood Drum show, it's going to be in the Mystery Lodge location.
Probably.
Drum show is going to be in the Hollow.
It's going to be in the Hollow,
it is?
really?
Yeah.
So there has to be something in the Mystery Lodge, right?
There's not. I don't think there's anything happening at Mystery Lodge
So
this year.
weird. That's just going to be empty.
Interesting.
It's going to be empty this year. There's no maze being built back there. There's no show. I think so Puppet Up's in the Charles M. Schultz Theater. They're doing a new like 1980s like technology show or something. That's going to be a We Believe in Calico stage. Carnival's going to have that circus one. They're going to do the DJ stuff, the dancers in Fiesta Village. And then in CS, it's going to be the Wicked Drums. And then, yeah, I think that's all of them. So.
Well, I am honestly excited for Puppet Up. I'm glad that that's coming back because obviously I didn't think that the Hanging was going back just with the way the world is and because of the way that they ended it in 2019. Like, yeah, it's just it was dead after that. And
I think it's more on hiatus. I think when the 50th anniversary hits, which is only in a year or two, they're gonna bring it back because it's an iconic staple of that. I think what's gonna be though, they're gonna tone it down a lot more.
How long did this show run for?
The Hanging was one of the actually main show attractions over at Knott's Scary Farm, so it's been there since roughly about the 80s, 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been there a long time.
Although it's just we're in a much different world now, so a lot of people didn't take too kindly to it, and I completely understand. So what they did is they hung it up for the year, and they're gonna, from rumors I've been hearing, they're gonna bring it back for maybe the 50th and kind of tone it down a little bit, so it's kind of enjoyable for everyone.
I think that the Hanging was freaking like there was some stuff that they did not hold back on that wouldn't fly nowadays. Like I think it was like a month after Gene Wilder had died, and they had a Gene Wilder joke already.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus, man. Like, that sense of humor is
They
funny for
they
some,
also
but
got it
it's
to a
just
point where
man.
they got pretty political. So a lot of people.
That's one thing that I didn't really enjoy is like,
Yeah.
you know, I enjoyed
And
all
I
the
won't
jokes
get too
about-
much into that, but that
Yeah,
I think
no,
that's
no. We're
another
not talking
reason
about our
why.
political views, but it's just like when you bring like the politics in the theme park, it's just really like they were really pushing it. And it was just too much, and it was just annoying.
Yeah.
But you know what would be awesome is having all the Boo Bros at a puppet up show and all of us just screaming stupid shit.
What's that? It was that scene from Ted 2?
Oh yeah,
It's like,
Ted, where they're
Robin
like, "What?
Williams."
Give us this." That's what they do in Puppet Up, though. They ask
Yeah,
for
it's
stuff.
like improv. I did improv in high school, and that's why I love that show because there's so many similarities to the games and everything. It's a lot of fun.
Like
did,
they did Disney wrong in 2019.
Yeah.
Like I remember, they
Hilarious
really
though,
did
man.
Disney wrong.
But
Scare Zones, Goring 20s.
that's a huge one, man. I'm excited for that.
We're gonna
Super
try
excited.
that. We're all gonna go and try that Devil's Elixir.
Yeah, dude, get some moonshine going or what?
Yeah.
No, you know why? I think it's one of those things where it's a new zone. We haven't gotten a new zone in some time. The last time we got a returning zone, which was Forsaken Lake, which is about a couple years ago. I think 2018 it came back. But for the most part, we haven't gotten a new, fresh, original zone in a while. You know, we have the Hollow, we have Carnival, Forsaken Lake, Ghost Town is a staple that's never leaving. And of course now the Goring 20s. My biggest question now going into this scare zone is obviously with the whole park trying to transfer to that Origins timeline storyline. How is this 1920s theme going to fit into that Origins storyline? Is it going to be Ghost Town in the Roaring 20s, which would be really cool? Are we gonna hear rumors and talks of Sarah Marshall? Like, or is this just one of those zones that's a one-off and it's just its own thing? Like, I'm kind of curious because I know they want to really tie that whole origin storyline to the whole park by the 50th.
I think it's a one-off, but also they could really bring in the whole Devil's Elixir, and it seems like there's a mob with the Roaring 20s. I feel like they could easily tie that into Ghost Town somehow, especially with the rumored Carnival house. So I think that Knott has a very big plan for the next couple of years.
Yeah. You know, I found out it was funny, and I thought this was interesting. I learned it from Sammy today. The Prohibition, when that happened, it was the 18th Amendment that banned it, and then the 21st Amendment that brought it back. I always found that funny. I found that funny earlier when Sammy told me because 18 is the legal age of you becoming an adult, but 21 is the legal age of you to drink. So the conspiracy there is there. Just a little fun fact.
Dun dun dun.
I like that's one thing I mentioned in my video too is about kind of piggybacking off the Prohibition thing is since there's going to be a secret bar there in the Goring 20s, so we know that was the Prohibition era. It's almost like they're setting up a storyline to be like, oh, this is like where you're going to get your alcohol at, it's a secret area, and the mob's outside.
Fucking Queen Mary.
Well, I mean, that's literally what I thought when they were like, when you saw the bouncer there in the trailer, I was like, Queen Mary, yeah, that's something.
So there is going to be a secret bar then, huh?
Huh?
There's going to be a secret bar?
Well, that's what it seems like. And I think I had a couple people reach out to me and say, like, yeah, that's for sure.
That's cool. I'm
excited. I mean, they can't just market the Devil's Elixir and not serve it.
All I'm saying, bro, is Cookbook is the Bible in the haunt community over here in SoCal.
Is the Bible.
In the SoCal, bro. That's the Bible we look to every year, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Scary Farm. I think that it's going to compete heavy with HHN, but like Rob and I described, stop fucking comparing them, please. Okay. Anyways, what else about
you say
California?
Jabberwocky's coming, not Scary Farm? Is that what you said?
I think that's
no.
Yeah, it's actually that's the blood drums right there. It's a Jabberwocky playing the drums.
I'm out of here.
That it'll hurt your ears.
I'm out.
So, but I mean, we can still stay on the California topic, and the East Coast Boo Bros can talk about this too, because I'm sure they want to. With their ripoff at Disney, kind of straying away from the haunt world, we're going to talk about two ripoffs here. First off, with Disneyland's Magic Key program, which it really isn't a ripoff, but also with the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser. You know,
I looked at the prices for that, dude. $1,300 per person per night. Like what?
Hey,
that's for the best package.
But you can live out. You can live out your favorite role playing scenario.
Bro, I could just set up the green screen and film me doing that. Like,
come on, Connor, break it down for us. How much?
Yeah, come on, Connor.
Yeah,
the all-knowing.
Come on, ConnerFL.
here's the deal, guys.
Hey, Jesus 4 coming out soon.
Where them Eddy bucks at, though, bro?
I hope one person understood that reference. But okay, I'm gonna start with the Galactic Starcruiser and just say, money is relative. I was having a conversation with my stepdad about this, and I was like, I can't believe anyone would pay that much to do this. And he's like, well, think about this. For some people, that's probably like pocket change. I was like, damn, I guess that's true. But in my opinion, I'm looking at that price to stay inside for 2 days and like do what sounds like mandatory activities. And I'm just like, man, that sounds like shit.
They're literally like it's a space prison.
I mean, no, I'm sure it's gonna be really cool and like advanced and immersive and all that, but yeah, no,
It ain't worth $1,300
not for
night.
that, not for that price.
That's for only 2 people, and as you bring
And
more
we
people,
can't even be like,
it's
oh, let's
cheaper.
all do a group deal. Like it's
Yeah.
per person.
Yeah,
It's like 4 to 5 people, then it becomes like 700 or something a night, and I'm like,
We need
yeah, but
media
you're still
passes.
paying 700
You need a
per
what,
person
Eddy?
per night.
We need media passes.
and that's the
We got-
only
we got
possible
that
way.
Disney. Hey,
The
buddy.
only way we're doing it, media pass.
Also, they're like they got some nerve advertising this like $5,000 minimum price experience when they haven't even opened a ride.
Now,
Like-
listen, I love Star Wars. I do to the core. Like I love Star Wars, but I think I'd rather pay that type of money for a Marvel cruise line than a freaking Star Wars one.
Well, and this isn't even really a cruise, really.
Yeah,
You know, it's not like you're actually on a boat going somewhere. You're just sitting
you're
in
in
a
space.
No, you're in space.
yeah. If I'm paying that price, they better actually send me to space.
I'll talk to Elon.
Yeah, thanks.
Literally, what were we saying? I think Connor, we were talking about this. We were like, oh man, I hope so, or something. What podcast was it? But I was saying, oh, Velocicoaster, where I was like, damn, you're gonna fall out of your seat, and you're like, man, I
And
hope
he
so.
said, F that coaster.
Yo, for that price, Connor better be next to Richard Branson like this on the way up to the space.
I better
real.
puke all over my
Um,
room, feeling like I'm going to space.
So we all know Mike is going to fly back down and go there, right?
Yeah,
You're gonna
Mike.
spend-
Yeah.
Mike is the Disney World guy, so
Yeah.
Mike, you're splashing the cash.
Shit about Star Wars.
and one year from now,
I'm sorry. Did I just hear that right?
1 year from now,
Did you
Mike's
just
new
say
video is
I
gonna
don't know
be
shit about
rebuilding
Star
Wars
Wars?
Galactic Starcruiser.
No, I don't give a shit about Star Wars. I didn't-
Okay, anyways, into the next topic because Michael's gonna get hate now. Okay, so the Magic Keys.
I don't
Now,
care.
before us West Coasters talking, I want to know what your guys like the East Coasters thoughts are on it because
It's
like I just want to know compared to
I
Disney.
don't want to hear Michael's thoughts either because he already gave us his thoughts. So
Yeah.
I
So-
think
Go
you go ahead, Chris. You go
No,
ahead.
you go, Connor.
Okay. I think it's not a great deal. And my biggest problem with it is the parking, to be honest with you. The fact that they can't even offer free parking unless you pay like $1,400 is absolutely asinine, in my opinion. And
$1,300 a night, I better be freaking getting
yeah, I better get the
top-notch service.
I
We're
better
talking
get the
about Magic
park.
Key.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, wait, the top tier Magic Key is like 1,400, right?
Yeah, it's like
14.
it's a 1,400.
And that's the only one you can get free parking.
Yeah,
Like, dude,
the
No.
one you
dude, for
get
that price,
50% off.
for that price, I better be parking like right next to freaking
You're
Avengers
talking about
Camp.
Disney World.
Like, I swear. And other than that, I don't hate it. The parking thing really jumped out to me because that's like a recurring expense every time you want to go. That jumped out to me. And then the reservations, like it helps with crowds and stuff, but my biggest problem with it has always been like, you know, I have a Disney World pass, but I can't just spontaneously one afternoon be like, you know what, I'm gonna hit up Animal Kingdom today. I got to either like get a reservation for another park and then make sure to go at this certain time so that I can just park hop over, or I have to try and get a reservation in advance. And I just feel like I have to make a whole event out of it every time I want to go instead of just rolling up and enjoying a day.
Chris, I know you have experience with Disney APs. Would you buy a Disneyland one if you lived in California?
This is my first time looking at the Disney Parks blog where they're actually listing these, and that's a hell no. None of these. I mean, when Connor said the parking thing, I thought he was kind of just joking, or maybe he misread it. No.
He's true. He's true.
I read over it
crap.
a few times because I was so surprised. But Scott, I know you've been fighting the good fight for this thing on Twitter, though.
The only thing is because like obviously y'all know that I give Disney a lot of shit, you know. And here's the thing, right? You know, shout out to you Diz Twitter people, because apparently when Disney wants to make you guys spend money, it's okay if it's actually like just a complete ripoff. But then when Disney actually prices something, okay, it's still a little bit overpriced. Y'all are just like, man, screw Disney. So what's the deal here? You want to give Disney your money or you not want to give Disney your money?
At the
Anyways.
moment, no, I don't want to give Disney my money.
Anyways, what I am fighting the good fight on is just the fact of like, we knew reservations were going to stay, right? They're gonna stay at Disney World. The parking is complete and utter bullshit. You should get parking on the $950 one too, because that's how it was before. And I think that's complete crap. And then the reservations are just kind of whatever, like I said. But the one thing I'm happy about is the fact that they didn't raise them extremely high, because I was fully expecting them to be like $1,600 for the best pass. That's why I'm fighting the good fight on this.
I don't go to Disney because they're expensive, and I don't know. When I seen this, like I follow the passes. You know, I had a pass for, I want to say, about 10 years, up until probably. Yeah. I think the last time I had a pass was probably like 2012 or 2013. And then I was just like, this is getting a little ridiculous.
That's
I feel
why
like they were
Rob
raising
goes
the prices.
to Adventure City. Those who know.
Exactly.
City,
exactly.
or Six Flags Magic
Can we get
Mountain.
media for Adventure City, please?
Yes. Six Flags.
Adventure
I love
City,
you,
if you're
Six
listening to
Flags.
this, we need a behind the scenes tour.
You know, Rob can go cover Adventure City, no problem, bro.
Yeah, it's not an issue. Hey, I talked to people at Castle Park, and we're on good terms now.
Dude,
Hey,
as soon
bro.
as you film one video at Castle Park, bro,
I'm just
everybody
saying,
knows
I'm
you.
trying to go to Castle Dark this year, so.
Hey, Anthony, I'm just saying, shoot off an email, then everybody will love you there. Guarantee it.
I really want to go.
Yep.
But
know a couple
okay.
people
So
that-
Tony, you're like, I know that you've gone to Disney here and there, but so what's your take on it? Because obviously my point of view is different, because I go to Disney a lot more than I go to Universal. Maybe that's just because it's closer to me, but I don't know. So it's obviously my view is completely different.
Well, we talking overall pricing or just like
the new Magic Key price?
Magic Key? You know what? Like Disney's one of the parks that I always go to because it's easy for me to get on rides comfortably.
Yes. Speak
those
on.
who know.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned that you love that about Disney.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about Disney. So it's always been the go-to park. You know, I've been going since I was a kid. I would say Disneyland's my favorite theme park. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, you know, I know some people they struggle because they can't afford stuff, and I understand that. You know, I've been there, so like but I try to make it as the best as I can. I'm still debating whether I'm going to get one or not. It's probably not going to be. When do they go on sale? Do they go on sale fairly soon?
August 25th.
It's like in August.
Yeah, so I probably won't get one until after haunt season because I'm gonna financially haunt season is gonna kill me. So, but I'm gonna get one. I think there's 2 passes that have the free parking on it actually, because I remember reading them. Because I was looking into that, and I think the second to best one has parking, and the first one has parking.
So for the
I think you get a discount on the second one.
50% off,
it's
which is
50%
like
off.
$16 or something.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if they still do payment plans, are they doing payment plans or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah, that's
It's
the one
payment
thing I'm
plans.
happy about, because if
Yeah.
they were gonna do just straight up, I'm like, hell no, man.
Because if they're doing payment plans, I mean, I don't see why not. I wouldn't get the best one, honestly, because I have the availability to go any day I want. Usually Saturdays and Sundays are the only days I'm free. However, since I don't have a loyal companion to go with anymore, that'd be Sammy.
I guess you're gonna have to force Rob to buy one.
Yeah, I think
Rob's like,
Hold on, let
Yeah.
me ask my wife real quick. I'll be right back.
babe.
Nope.
No, but I mean, I think I would buy one and go only a couple times because I have no one to go with, and it sucks going alone. It's boring. So you know, you kind of just stand in line. You're like everyone's
Yeah,
talking.
Disney alone slaps, bro.
Going to
I
theme
don't know
parks
about
alone
that.
is nice, man.
Yeah, I could do
I
Magic
can't do
Kingdom
it.
right now
I'm a
by
social
myself.
person, so
Yeah.
I like to talk
Like
to people.
let's all go alone, but be there at the same day.
Just pass by each other. What ride you do? I did Incredicoaster. What'd you do? I just did Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead there now.
I'm going to Jungle Cruise.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
And I'll be like, I'm going to oh wait, no, I can't go. I gotta go to Haunted Mansion now.
Mike, hot take.
Is it my turn to talk about the annual passes?
No.
Or whatever?
Go ahead, Mike. Do it.
So the whole thing with parking, yeah, no, really dumb. I don't understand why they would switch it up and like make it only the best pass being free parking. It's kind of dumb. But as far as the whole thing with the reservations being included with the passes, where being a different level gets you more reservation spaces, I enjoy that. I think that's a really good idea if they're planning on keeping the reservation system for the foreseeable future. And I could see Walt Disney World doing that, like in the end. Although I do feel that currently at Walt Disney World, the whole reservation system is broken, completely broken, beyond repair, because the park hopping has just completely ruined the whole need for a reservation system. A case in point being someone on the annual pass holder group page on Facebook the other day said, I tried to get a reservation for Magic Kingdom so I could see Happily Ever After. I could not because they were completely picked up for the entire day. So instead, I got a reservation for Epcot, walked in Epcot, and then walked right back out and walked my way to Magic Kingdom and just walked right in as a park hopper. And I was like, that is why the reservation systems have stopped working. Park hopping absolutely ruined the whole reservation system.
Yeah, I think the same thing. It's so dumb. It's like such an unnecessary extra step. Like, it's such a pain. And a lot of times, like, again, like if you want to take a spontaneous day trip because you have an annual pass and you have access to all these days, that's kind of the point. You either, again, you have to get lucky and get a day of reservation for a park that's not Epcot, basically, or you get the Epcot reservation, take the extra step to go all the way to Epcot, and then park hop immediately. Like, it's just so stupid.
There blackout dates for the Magic Keys?
Yeah, the Dream Key doesn't have any. The Believe Key has like 2 weeks, and then the other two are just stupid blackout dates.
It's like blacked out all summer.
I don't understand that. So I feel like if you're going to have the limited reservations for the lower tiers, then you shouldn't have blackout dates. I feel like that should be a trade-off.
I'll say this. I have a silver pass for Walt Disney World. And, you know, I've always had blackout dates in like the Christmas time, spring break, and the summer. And it's like, okay, I can deal with that. I don't have access to Photo Pass with my annual pass. I can deal with that. The reservations are really annoying, but I'll suck it up. But if they take my free parking, I'm out.
Well, I'm glad we got on that Disney topic. I think we're going to wrap it up with Howl O Scream on all. We have like 8 Howl O Screams to talk about. So Chris, give us the roundup on what has been announced at Howl O Scream Orlando.
I just want to say one thing before he does that. For the first time since we've started doing these podcasts and Howl O Scream has been a part of them, we actually will have something to talk about for Williamsburg for once.
Yeah,
so
there's no rumors.
Yeah,
it's like we actually have stuff.
Let's throw it to Eddy first.
Wait, no, do not start with me first. Do not start with me
Eddie's
first.
currently, I see him on the camera looking it up right now.
Do not start with me first.
Currently is looking it up.
Do not start with me first.
All right, I got you.
Chris is all-knowing.
Which one do we want to start with first? Tampa,
whichever one you know most about.
Start with Orlando.
All right, SeaWorld Orlando. So they have been announcing, obviously, every other week it's been splitting between Tampa and Orlando. Orlando announced Beneath the Ice, which is, I'm guessing it's like a campground, sort of ice structures. It's got some kind of like sea creature.
I bet you can guess where that's going to go.
Yep. That's pretty much what I guess we were all thinking. It was
They literally filmed it in that queue.
Yeah. So that's going to have me excited for at least the build of it. And then they also announced Captain's Revenge, which Connor kept pointing out it was going to be Black Spot. He was almost there, like 95% there.
I was on the right track. I had the idea that there would be pirates, but it was not quite the Black Spot. But
and they also announced Monster Stomp. It's going to be a show. They also announced Sea of Souls as a scare zone, and Frozen Terror as a scare zone as well. And they also introduced 2 more themed bars. We got Tormented and the Longshoreman Tavern, which is supposed to feature a SeaWorld treasure that has been partially resurrected.
Yeah, what is that about?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, now I can finally talk about it. So, the bar, that Tormented bar, there's something in that bar that has me super excited.
Uh-oh.
There is something that they teased in that bar that you are pretty much going to be above the house, like the house, and that there is going to be a guest activated trigger.
Oh shit.
Bar.
Like inside the bar that affects the house?
Yes.
Yo, Tony,
Ooh.
what is Dark Harbor doing over here?
Right.
Literally,
Bro,
everyone out here.
It's like this
Dark
year,
Harbor
everyone's
ideas.
freaking sprinkling a little bit of Dark Harbor everywhere. You know,
I know.
Right.
But I'm a little sad because they haven't announced anything, so it's looking like it's not gonna happen this year, man. I have
Like
a lot
that
of
one
friends.
video of Dark Harbor fans when their event's completely dead.
Like, I have a lot of good friends that are just having to find other places to work this year because they just don't have a home to go to this year. So
Rest in
I
peace,
wish-
Queen Mary.
I wouldn't say forever, but just
No,
this
not
year.
forever, just temporarily.
Okay, wait, hold on. You guys made it seem like there was some crazy stuff to announce for Williamsburg. I was like, wait, hold up, did I miss something?
No, it's just. But didn't they say something recently?
Yeah,
They had an announcement trailer recently, basically saying that on August 12th, there would be an announcement.
An announcement for an
Day before my
announcement.
birthday, let's go.
Did they not
But
announce
Eddie-
like the dates? The
they did
dates?
make the announcement that there's how many new houses this year?
Yeah, so there's going to be, I believe, 2 new houses that are coming to the event, but that's typically what happens every year, though.
Literally, Williamsburg is just like, all right, guys, we're gonna announce something on this date. It's gonna be an announcement.
Yeah, so I'm
Get
looking
hyped.
over it right now. You guys freaked me out that I missed something. They announced the coasters at night, which is typical. They announced that the Spooky Libations, the inoculation bar, which is the guest activated triggers for the haunted houses, was coming back.
Is
And
that
then
the one that
announced-
has the escape room, Eddie?
Yeah, they have 2 escape rooms.
Okay.
But they're additional fare, so you have to pay separately for that. And then they have the trick-or-treating for the kids during the daytime. All things that they've had before.
Ooh.
But on the 12th, we're supposed to be getting all the additional stuff. I was like, holy shoot, did something get announced that I missed? But yeah, all right, cool. We're good. That is what it is.
Okay, so we got Orlando, we got Williamsburg cleared up. I think that Orlando will probably be the best event this year, in my opinion, just based off of announcements. But Connor, do you know a lot about Tampa's at all?
I'll be honest. I'm gonna Google it right now.
I
But
haven't.
I
I feel
got
like
you.
SeaWorld Orlando's been taking the spotlight.
I will say about that one thing that I'm really excited about for Orlando, because that is the event that I will definitely be attending. It's really cool how like every house has a scare zone and a bar associated with it.
Yeah.
So it's like all kind of connected. And I also want to point out that there are some roaming hordes that got announced. And there are like little symbols on the website that kind of gives hints to future things. And there's 4 left. There's 4 left. So I think it's going to be another house zone bar. But then there's this Medusa head that I keep coming back to. And what I really hope happens with that is that they make Journey to Atlantis spooky.
Yes.
Like
Dude,
it used to be.
like it just bring the damn animatronic back. It still works. Come on.
Yeah. They just made it so like generic or whatever. But it used to be like Medusa was everywhere. So I'm really hoping they bring that back just for the event.
I was so bummed when I didn't get to see it in person on the last show.
Yeah,
I
it scarred me
I saw
when I was a
it,
kid, man.
but
That Medusa face when I was a kid, it scarred me pretty good.
Literally, it was kind of scary just sitting there in the dark. But like, I
Yeah.
feel like it being powered on would be even more terrifying.
Yeah, I need to go face my fear if they are so nice to let us do so.
Hey, look, man,
Yes.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like Orlando, I feel like it's gonna be the best event because they're really, really thinking about the whole execution of the event with the scare zones and it being
It'll
linked to
definitely be the most cohesive, but we'll have to see which one has the best house quality. We shall see. But yeah, I'm sorry, I had to throw that in on Orlando before we moved to Tampa.
Chris is a Tampa guy. Chris is an all guy.
Chris is muted.
I am unmuted. So you want me to discuss Tampa?
Tampa.
So,
Connor's favorite city.
So Busch Gardens, Tampa, they announced that it was going to be a couple houses that were going to be like older houses returning and some new houses. They made the announcement that they had the Forgotten, which was a new house. It's Vampires Underground. And then they also announced Cell Block Zombies, Prison filled with zombies. And then we have a returning house, but with a twist. So Death Water Bayou Blood Moon. This time it's the swamp is overran by werewolves.
Ooh.
And they also announced just today, out of nowhere, a themed bar, Blood Bar.
So is there any, like, how many returning houses compared to new houses are there?
Hold on. It's on the main page. So it's going to be 3 new houses and then 2 returning houses.
Okay, so that's a fair
So
mix.
5 total, yeah. But those returning houses are like with a twist, it would seem. At
gonna
least
change it
the
up.
werewolf one, yeah.
Unlike The Exorcist.
Oh,
Hey, it's gonna be with a twist. They have to fit into a soundstage.
Yeah, you're right. They have to fit it in there. They have to build the black walls bigger.
Yep. More black walls, more fun.
Hey, look, man. All I'm saying is I've been the only one hyping up San Diego's event, and I know Tony and Rob are going to be going, and I feel like they're the only people in the LA area who are actually going to come down here. But honestly, man, I'm really excited for San Diego's event. Probably just because we've never had anything big down here. So we have 3
Yeah, man.
houses, which is the Nightmare Experiment, Simon Slaughterhouse, and Deathwater Bayou, 2 of which have been at other Howl O Scream events, and all 3 of them have their own quote unquote icon, if you want to say, but they're also doing roaming hordes, which is like 11 in total scare zones with roaming hordes.
That sounds freaking awesome. I'm really excited for that event. I
Hey,
have
man.
I have some East versus West content right there.
Literally, you have more videos with Eddy.
I know, man. It's gonna be fun, huh, Eddy? We finally have to do a Hell Scream.
Let's do it.
I'm just excited it's a new event, and I watched I think Scott, you did a video where you covered 2 of these mazes, if I'm not mistaken, and that just got me more pumped for this whole event. I've never experienced these roaming kind of scare zones, these roaming haunts, so I'm excited to do that because this whole event is just new and exciting, so I'm
Wait.
pretty pumped.
You
Yes.
might have.
Where?
HHN has had some.
HHN has it, but Six Flags has also had it too.
You know what?
Flags has
Yeah,
had it.
Six Flags does
has
have.
it.
Yeah, Okay, now I retract my last, but this will be the first time I've experienced it in San Diego.
Where did you
Wow,
watch that
that's
said
way
video at, Rob?
Oh, over on Boo Bros Inc. on YouTube.
Were you
What a
were you
plug.
doing what I think you were doing?
Yes, I was in the shower. Watching the video. Typically,
To
I don't know why.
SoCalExploring's voice.
Yeah, I don't know why Anthony gets a kick out of that. I let him know that anytime I'm in the shower, I need some good content.
I just think
So-
that you're watching our
Listen,
videos in the
after
shower,
we
bro.
film this, I'm gonna go
He
take
has
a
a
bath and
waterproof
watch
case.
Michael's video.
So
I'm
you-
gonna start watching some Eddytainment videos in the shower.
Yeah, it's bring a whole new level of entertainment.
I'm just saying, you saying that you need some good content for the shower could be taken out of context. That's all I'm gonna
Literally,
say.
that's gonna be. I'm gonna clip
Wait,
that.
Connor.
That's gonna be the teaser.
Connor, please elaborate. How can that be taken out of context?
You know what? Maybe
You
I
know
will.
what?
Really, Eddie? Really?
Eddie, you're the oldest out of all of
You're
us.
the
You need
oldest out of
that
all of
as-
us. You've been around since like the 70s,
Hold
bro.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I actually think I'm older than Eddie. Just to put that out there. I think I'm older than Eddie.
All I'm saying, man, is I think that this is a good show.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I think that we covered a lot. I think that it was nice that this is probably the podcast that we had the most boo bros. All we needed was Adrian. So yeah, I fucking love you guys.
Yeah, dude, I love all you guys too. Rob, Michael, Anthony, Scott, Connor,
Chris?
Chris,
Wow.
Adrian missing. I'm just kidding. I
Wow.
skipped your name on purpose.
Yo,
all right?
Adrian is like the positive spark in all of our hearts. When stuff's going bad, Adrian's like, no, man, it's not that bad.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, I like toast.
I love everyone in this call as well, but I love Zombie Chris the most.
Yes,
Aw.
we know. Just like I love
Aw.
Losh the most, but he's not here.
Nobody
I
loves
love
me.
Rob the most.
I don't
No,
know.
I-
Rob's a close second for me because you know.
But
I
if
also
I'm
missing
talking
Sammy.
East Coast bros, I'm sorry. I gotta give it to
Sammy.
Eddytainment.
Hey,
I have
Listen,
to.
my West Coast bro.
Listen, I can't choose between East Coast because they are all amazing.
They're all amazing. They really are. It's
Literally, like,
it's
when you hang
but
out
there's
with
that
Connor, you feel like
1%
you're on
that goes
acid.
extra to Eddie because like I've known him longer, bro.
Fist
All right,
bump.
Tony. When
Okay,
you
hey,
come to
but you know,
Orlando, I
Zombie
got
Chris
something for
has
you.
been following me since I had like 1,000 subs.
You guys know before me, Chris? What is that?
There's going to be a baseball bat to your head.
You're gonna have to get a step stool to get up there.
Oh,
Man.
Ooh. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's Boo Bros podcast episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This was kind of all over the place, but at least we covered the topics that you wanted to hear between Disney and haunts. We got it all here on Boo Bros, and we got. Let me just tease a little bit. We got a lot of media opportunities this year, so just be looking out on the channel because haunt season, the vlogs are gonna be kind of crazy, you know. So
Yeah, Mike's going to be covering some stuff.
dude,
Eddie's
Mike's
got-
gonna feel like a fucking superstar.
He is a
Okay.
superstar.
I don't got any media opportunities here. 'cause I'll
Michael will be the
working.
face of Boo Bros.
One of
The
those
Pennsylvania face of Boo Bros.
man, they gave me the works.
Rob's gonna be the West Coast. Rob and Scott, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. Me and Rob are gonna take it over, and then Tony, we're gonna
Hey,
drag you out of
by the
work.
way, stop trying to steal my fucking people. All right.
listen, man. I can't. Rob is so dependable,
Rob
man.
is mine.
Rob is so dependable, man.
You've
Rob's
never been
like,
to
"I'm
a
a
wrestling
free
event with
agent."
Rob.
Okay, but does he watch your videos in the shower? No, I didn't think so.
He does.
Oh.
He's told me he
They're
has.
just not
right.
stimulating enough in the shower.
Oh, my
man.
god.
This is tough.
Anyways,
This is
Rob-
tough.
we'll catch
Hey,
you guys
Rob,
in the
does your
next
wife
one.
know what you
Peace
do in
out,
the shower?
everybody.
She
Everyone
does.
say
She does.
goodbye. Stay spooky.
Rob watches
Peace
all of us
out.
in the shower.